Community Spotlight, powered by ATB Wealth Kelowna. Ready to take a powerful step towards the future you want today? Connect with local advisors at ATB Wealth Kelowna to get started.
I'm Jim Check. You're watching Now Media. I'm here with an ATB Wealth Community Spotlight. And in the spotlight today, I have Sandrine French Pastry and Chocolate. I messed that up. It's Sandrine French Pastry and Chocolate. And I have the founder, Sandrine Raffault.
Yes.
And co-owner, Elyse Wright.
Hi.
Welcome to the Community Spotlight.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Let's start off with what it is that you guys do. Obviously, it's in the name.
Yes.
French pastry and
do.
chocolate.
Yeah, so we do pastries, we do cakes, gelato, macaron.
Gelato. There you go.
Yeah,
now you got me listening.
Chocolates and French savory as well.
Oh, wow.
Quiches and things like that.
Oh, nice. And where are you located? Where's the location?
So we are on Dilworth Drive at the moment between where used to be the blood donor clinic.
Yeah.
They moved, but by the big liquor store. So we can
By
have
the
nice...
I think it's ABC Liquor or something like that, right? Something like that?
No,
No,
BC
the-
liquor store.
Oh, the
Yeah,
BC Liquor
the
store.
official
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah, the big
Oh,
one.
there you
Just
go.
across the mall on Dilworth Drive.
Yeah, right
There you
across
go.
So you can have nice bottle of wine and nice chocolate.
Yeah, you can go there and get some wine and
Yes.
chocolate.
Yes, the French way.
What is your favorite thing when you're like what are
When
you
I'm eating it?
indulging in there?
Oh man, the millefeuille. The millefeuille is the one thing. If I have one bite,
Yeah.
I have to finish the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
So you guys make the chocolate from scratch?
We do
I take it?
everything from scratch. Everything that you see in the store is made from scratch there.
Yeah. And you're obviously from
Yeah, my accent
France?
cannot lie.
Gave you away.
Yeah.
and I've been to Paris a couple of times and some of the stuff there is just amazing. So I imagine you're bringing a little bit of France here.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I mean
She's being modest. She's
Yeah.
a third generation French chocolatier, and she
Wow,
learned
yeah.
everything from her uncle. Like
Yeah.
everything she makes is
Yeah, yeah.
amazing.
So it's is it breads as well too, or
Nope.
no breads, no
Nope.
baguettes?
No baguette.
Not
No,
yet.
yeah. We used to, but yeah, it was
So
another time.
quiche, quiche you're saying, and then chocolate.
Yeah.
What is the I guess when people mostly come in, what are they usually buying?
I'd say cakes. Yeah,
Cakes,
cakes
yeah.
is probably, and our pastries, like our the croissant is second to none. Yeah,
Croissants. Yeah. Who doesn't love a good croissant, right?
croissant and coffee.
Yeah. It's good flavor, butter flavor.
Yes.
So you got that one location, and I guess the big news is that you're opening a second location, right? That's the
She's gonna say about
okay.
that.
There you go. So expanding, and that's great in this economy that we're actually expanding, right?
Yeah.
So that's a great news community spotlight kind of thing, right? So where are you expanding to?
Yes, we are expanding to the Lower Mission, so we're going to be right on Lakeshore, right by that Save On Foods on Lakeshore. So Franco on Lakeshore.
Yeah, that's kind of like the Robson area of Kelowna, actually. It's the
Totally.
kind of the funky kind of area, right?
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, I liken it to like our 17th Ave in Calgary and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
Totally.
Really up and coming, and it's going to have some high density too, with like the Novala condos coming in.
We're just
Caban is
across.
done, and then there's a bunch of other ones that were done already, and then just further down the road is Aqua development that's coming in. So
Yeah,
lots of stuff in that area, right? Kind of like a trendy kind of area
Yeah.
too, right? So
totally.
great audience for the
That's
product,
That's
right?
perfect.
That's why you picked it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. It was not easy to find the right spot, but
So
We found
you're
it.
co-owners then, so will you run one and you know what I mean? Like,
no.
or how does that work?
It works like I'm in charge of the products, only the production, and Elyse is taking everything else.
So I take that's the marketing and the
Yeah,
customer
sales,
service and all
marketing, yeah.
that kind of
Yeah.
stuff and you guys do some catering, I take it as well, or?
Yeah, we do some catering. Yeah. Yeah.
And what I guess the decision to expand, what kind of led to that decision? Because that's a big decision, right? Because that's
Totally.
you're doing well. Say you're doing well, things are going well. All of a sudden, you got to lay capital out to expand.
Yes. I think, yeah. You
Yeah, so it's been years that I wanted to expand, but
Okay.
you need the, let's say, the management capacity structure for that. And being by myself was not enough. So I needed someone to take
Right.
this kind
You
of
found somebody to
project.
complete you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
And
the
so
reference.
that was the main thing. And after that was also finding the right spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're
I think that's a great location.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
if you're talking about like like it's a higher end chocolate, right, as opposed to like Reese's peanut butter bar or something, right? So and in that area definitely would feed well into that. I think. I think that is kind of like and plus it's got some density as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
And we're gonna have a great patio. We're
patio. Well, there you go.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
Patio is great.
We're super excited.
There's so many details about it that are going to be very exciting. Yeah.
So when can Kelowna look forward to the second location?
May 15th.
Wow, like
don't
right
like
around
hold until it's
like-
live on Kelowna now. But yes,
There you go.
that's the
Wow. Well,
That's
there you
the
go.
goal.
we might do like a
like a soft
sneaky
opening kind of thing?
Yeah.
But
Soft openings, like then you can always make excuses for that.
it's a soft open.
Yeah.
And I guess like when you do these kind of things, it's a big thing, right? Like it's a huge thing. And then I guess the next question is like after you do 2 locations, is it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Why not? Life will
Do you know
tell.
what I mean?
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not closed or to anything.
So how much time was spent selecting that location?
Oh my God! So, like for her,
I mean, it depends how far back you want to go, but I've been looking for maybe at least, I don't know, I looked at some spot maybe 5, 6 years ago, but they were too big. It's not easy in Kelowna to find a smaller premises.
and unique. Like there's something unique about the space. It's not, it just had everything that was on our dream wish list, like a big patio, free parking, something unique about it that we could
in the right
create.
location,
And the location, what's the saying for retail in that? Location.
Yeah.
Because it is such a huge thing, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure. Yeah.
Anyway, even when people talk about like coffee shops, people will say, well, if you want to open a coffee shop, where do you open it? I would say next to Starbucks, right? You're gonna get their overflow. You're gonna get noticed, right? I mean, that's it is all about location, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, having the right location obviously is huge, right?
Yeah.
But how long have you been in the business your whole life? I take it.
So in Kelowna, it's going to be 21 years,
21 years.
this coming month. Oh, actually, maybe
Yeah,
almost today.
Yeah.
There you go.
21
Congratulations.
years.
It's an anniversary. There you go. And then, so how long have you been in Canada then? 21 years?
21 years.
There you go.
Yeah, I've been there 2 years prior, but kind of in another life.
In Paris or where?
Before that, I was in Paris and in Lyon, in the Beaujolais area is where my family is.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. Yeah, Paris is like, if anybody's never been to Paris, it is like, I just don't even know how they built some of that stuff back. You know what I mean? Like it's so absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Right? I know when I was in Paris, and then they explained to you all this stuff, and look what Napoleon built, and look who whatever built.
It's just like everything is it was not made in one day, right? You kind of there's the hypercenter, and after that, like that, right?
Yeah.
So same as us, we started with a few products and one shop. Now it's going to be 2 shops.
The only thing that I could think of coming close as we were flying back home, because after hearing about all these things, is I said as we were flying over the Rockies, and I said, like when we were in Paris, like who built this and that, and I said, look down, look what God built for us.
See? Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. You don't have that in France, right?
That's right. We have the Rockies.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah.
But beautiful area and a lot of culture. Obviously, a lot of culture and the chocolate and the food is just like one of the things that is incredible. And you brought that here, so that's great. So how long have you been in the business? You're obviously not from France.
No.
But she speaks fluently French.
Do you?
Yes.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Pamplemousse.
That's the end of my
Pamplemousse.
Is that grapefruit?
It's like the one word usually people know.
I know
I
mode
know that.
d'emploi, rinse, le chaveau or something.
Yeah, there you go. About a year to answer your question.
Oh,
it's been just over a year.
Yeah.
Just over a year.
So what attracted you to the chocolate business?
Honestly, it was more that we had a mutual acquaintance that knew I was looking for something and she was looking for something, and then we kind of connected and it clicked. It was right. So it wasn't necessarily chocolate. I'm more the sales and marketing.
Right.
But you also,
I love chocolate.
and you also had a dream of a bakery when you were little,
oh,
right?
that's true too.
Yeah, you forgot
I
about
forget
that.
about all that stuff. You're right. I did. I always had a dream of owning a coffee shop or having, And I mean, it's an easy business to fall in love with because you're constantly creating and everything's so beautiful and
And you make people happy. For me, down the road, I think that's one of the things that keeps making me loving this business is that people push the door and they have a smile. They're happy.
Yeah.
And they tell you.
It's an indulgence for sure.
Yeah,
You come
and they
in there
tell
to
you,
get
oh,
better.
I'm
For
doing so
sure.
much better just being here. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
It
My
actually,
day is fulfilled in
Yeah.
some way because I make people happier.
Yes.
actually chocolate triggers some of that euphoria in the brain.
That's right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can get your chocolate high
Yeah.
better
Yeah.
than some of the other ones out there. Right?
Yeah.
So
So it reminds me of a song though. I got a roller skate and you got a brand new key. Why don't we get together? Right? And it sounds like what you guys did, right? It's an
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
song, probably too old. for
I
you,
don't know the
No?
song, but I'm gonna look for it.
It was a pretty cool song, but it's older
Sing it.
for sure. No,
Sing it.
I don't think I sang once at a college event with my wife, and
And they all left.
and she said she came up to me after because nobody was doing karaoke, and I went up and I did Sitting on the Dock of the Bay,
Okay,
and she
beautiful.
kind of like slid up to me and she's like, "Don't ever do that."
It's over.
It's like your career is like that. But you know what? Everybody else went up after and sang because they thought, "I can do better
They
than
all
that."
felt pretty good, yeah.
So that made it good.
I definitely, I established the low bar.
Set the bar. I like it.
I set it really, really low. What are like? I guess is it Kelowna though, or do you want to like look out into other markets at some point too? Or there you go.
That's your department.
Kelowna.
And do you do anything online? Do you sell anything yet online?
We have
Yeah.
a great website
Yeah.
and we sell online, yeah. So you can pre-order your cakes or your
Mhm.
pastries. You can ship chocolate across Canada. We did that a few times at Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because obviously online is a
That's
thing.
easy.
Where it's
Yeah.
at, yeah.
And it's good for people because they have pictures, they have the description of the cake, so I think it's a good way
Yeah.
for them to choose
Yeah.
what
So
they.
what's the best cake if I was to go in there and I say I want a cake? I like a lot of fruit filling in a cake.
Yeah, I
So-
think the first thing is that there's the best cake in winter and then the best cake
Mm.
in summer.
Yeah.
Then there's the
You're not going to tell me fruit cake's the best cake.
no.
No.
No, but I think each season brings there are
Yeah,
things
some of
that
the
you want.
seasons,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, obviously with all the fruits we have in the Okanagan.
Yeah,
you can do
in
a lot
summertime,
with-
I think vanilla fruit is a winner, and in wintertime, I would say chocolate cake
No
is, to
chocolate,
my
yeah.
point of view,
Yeah,
a winner,
chocolate
right?
love.
double
need this
chocolate,
kind of-
quadruple chocolate.
Yeah, yeah, with a nice glass of red wine.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm coming over.
Anything else you want to share with people on the second opening?
I guess the fact that we're gonna expand more on the kind of
Offerings.
on the coffee aspect of it,
So espresso, I
and
imagine.
lunch and things like that.
Affogato, like where they
Ooh,
put the gelato and the espresso
Wow,
on
you,
top.
and you make the gelato, I take it?
Everything.
You make everything
Yeah,
from
except
scratch?
we don't do the coffee beans. That's
No.
that for sure.
But it is a special roast for us.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's
yeah.
Okay, so you
But
grind
yeah.
the beans there then and make espresso.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah.
But yeah, gelato is our,
Because no self-respecting French person would just make like a drip coffee, right?
No.
like
It's really good coffee.
Yeah.
Yes. It's very.
yeah. So no compound, no powder, no anything like that. It's all with fresh,
Yeah.
real ingredients that everybody can. They know what it is. It's
Yeah.
not weird
Yeah,
words.
even when you get
Yeah.
our vanilla latte, they take vanilla bean and soak it,
Oh, wow.
and everything is
Yeah.
like from
Yeah.
scratch. It's
Yeah, because we
Real
sometimes
deal.
make homemade ice cream to kind of get away from all those bad ingredients that you get in
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the
store-bought.
way
and
we
use
do
vanilla
it.
bean too.
Yeah.
Right? So we
Yeah.
kind of make our own vanilla bean though by
Yeah.
putting it in some liqueurs or whatever it is. Vodka, I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. My wife does it.
yeah, nice.
Sometimes it's best not to know.
That's right.
Oh, that gave me a.
But you can really tell the difference when you use like the vanilla bean
Yeah,
versus
for sure.
the vanilla
Yeah.
extract.
Absolutely,
Right? Like it's
absolutely.
a huge
Yeah,
difference in
yeah.
flavor. right?
And
Like-
sometimes people think that you need to be expert, but no. If you have, if you
Just a
like
good
something
palate.
enough,
Yes.
yeah, a good palate, you're going to be
Yeah.
able to make the difference.
Yeah.
It's not for
Yeah.
snobby people. I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's just for everybody can make the difference. You give a good one and a bad one,
The-
people
the-
are going to make the
Wine.
difference.
We should mention the wine. That's a new offer.
You're gonna have wine at the second
We'll have
location.
wine at the second
oh, wow,
location.
I
that's-
mean, when we have
When
the,
we- we'll have
when we get nice
Maybe
ones.
not on May 15th,
Yeah.
but a few.
But I mean that is definitely like what you expect in a French
Yeah.
bistro
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like in,
Yeah.
in
Sit out on
Paris,
the
right?
patio.
So
Yeah.
a glass of wine, or obviously the valley here is beautiful.
Yeah.
And lots of wines,
Mhm.
and then some of that, some of the pastries would be great with wine.
Yeah, and the cake.
Yeah.
Some the cake. The cake.
Yeah.
The cakes, yeah,
Chocolate
of course, the
wine.
cakes, yeah. The cake, yeah, cake is like one of my favorites. Cake.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Can't go wrong.
yeah, you can't go wrong with cake.
And lots of special pastries too. Maybe I have to say.
Yes.
Because the new location, it's going to be, I think, a lot of walking. and morning croissant and the New York rolls. I think it's going to be
They're
also,
such a hit. Yeah.
it's going to bring something to the neighborhood that
coffee
is not
and a
there quite
pastry.
yet.
Yeah, and I would just say as a warning. Wow, who's that? Was that your phone?
Oh God,
No,
I
it was
thought
mine.
so for
It
a
was
second.
mine.
It was it.
One of the warnings I would say to people: once you try like quality ingredients, it's really tough to eat like Mars bar.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the good thing is that I find that if something is really good, it really satisfies your craving, and
Yeah.
you don't need to go so much.
Yeah.
In a bad product, there's mainly sugar. Sugar is addictive,
So
but it doesn't satisfy your craving,
Yeah.
so you're just going to go more and more.
Yeah.
If you have a good chocolate, you're going to have a little bit, you're good. You don't need to go there.
I try to
You-
eat the darker chocolates and stuff
Yeah,
like that. The
yeah.
more,
And honestly,
as
I'm not
opposed to
saying
the, you know, like
it's
the-
real.
Yeah.
What I'm saying
Yeah.
is real.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
and you really taste the difference between like a mass-produced commercial
Yeah.
chocolate versus
Full of
like-
sugar,
Yeah,
no
just-
flavor.
Well, the first ingredient is sugar, right?
That's
Yeah.
the cheapest ingredient in our shop.
Yeah.
So for sure, it's easier to put lots of sugar, not so
Yeah.
much chocolate,
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah.
right? We
Yeah.
try
Yeah,
to do
and
the
at home
opposite.
now, my daughter is now doing. Well, she's moved out now because she's in that new place. But she was doing sourdough bread, and I can't even eat. I can't even eat
The
like
store-bought.
regular bread anymore.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
can't. It tastes
Yeah.
like gum though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
very hard to
Yeah.
digest too because it's,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
a good
Yeah, it's-
sourdough
it's-
bread you can digest easily.
Yeah, no, it's like I say, once you taste the quality stuff,
Mhm.
it's really tough to go.
Yeah.
But then you can treat yourself more so than
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
instead of like
Yeah.
12 of those Mars bars or something. Like that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Any parting comments that you want to share?
Oh, we're just so excited.
Yes.
We're so
Yeah.
excited for like how the new location's coming along and
Yeah, each time we
Yes.
push the door there, we're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's so
something
cute.
new and cute and yeah, we're really
Yeah.
excited for
Website
Columbus, yeah.
address?
SandrinePastry.com and follow us on Instagram,
Right.
Sandrine Pastry.
Sandrine Pastry, and then Facebook, obviously, or just.
Sandrine
Sandrine
French pastry and chocolate.
and chocolate.
I think
on
it's the
Facebook.
full name.
But if
of
you go to the
Facebook.
website, obviously all the links are
All
there
that's
and stuff
there,
like that
yeah.
too, right? So
Yeah.
there you go. And then you can come in now. You know their names too. You can come in,
Yeah.
Sandrine. You can
Sandrine,
say, "Hey, Sandrine. Hey, Elyse. Hey, I'm here for the wine."
Yeah, so go see Elyse for the wine. I'm in the back doing chocolate. So.
Yeah. So to have somebody that actually is, you know, like a three generation
Yeah.
chocolatier,
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive as well.
Yeah.
Here in our local valley, right? So many gems in our local community, and that's why
Yes.
we do these ATB Wealth Community Spotlights. And we have to thank ATB Wealth for actually sponsoring this segment too, because it actually gets us to spotlight a lot of great local businesses,
Yeah.
right? So I think that is a thing in itself. So thank you to ATB Wealth, and we do thank you for watching Now Media.
Okay, bye.
Community Spotlight, powered by ATB Wealth Kelowna. Ready to take a powerful step towards the future you want today? Connect with local advisors at ATB Wealth Kelowna to get started.